In last video of the breathing and exchange of gases, we have already discussed the respiratory tract or the respiratory parts. The nose we discussed, the nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea and bronchi. The trachea divided into the trachea, this one the trachea divide the two parts. Divided into two parts, that are the two bronchi, or we can say the primary bronchi are there. Each bronchi enter into the respected lungs. One lung is here, the another lung is here. So the pair cone shape. Now we discuss the lung. The lungs are cone shaped. Cone shaped means the tapering at the top and broader at the base. Cone shaped located in the thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity within the rib cage. So the most part of the thoracic cavity is covered by the lungs. Each lung is enclosed by a double layer. Each lung is enclosed by a double layer, serous layer called pleura. That is the protecting membrane or the covering membrane of the lungs. So these are the pleural membrane. The outer is parietal pleural, and this one the outer, and the inner one is visceral pleural. So the covering membrane of the pleura is pleural membrane. They are the two. The outer one is parietal, the inner one is visceral. There is a lubricating fluid between the two is called pleural fluid. Pleural fluid that is secreted by pleural membrane. This fluid reduces the friction. This fluid reduces the friction and join the two membrane. Join two pleural membrane. Join the two pleural membrane. The lungs contract and relax. So for the easy movement, it reduces the friction between them. Each lung has one or two fissure or the partition that divide the lungs into lobes. The right lung has two fissures. Right lung has two fissures, so it has the three lobes, and the left one has one fissure, so it consists of two lobes. Or it is understood the left lung is smaller than the right one. The right lung is larger in size than the smaller. It has the two lobe and it has the three lobe. The right primary bronchus. The right primary bronchus enter into the right lung and the left enter into the left lung. Within the right lung, the primary bronchus gives rise to the secondary bronchi. The secondary bronchi within the lungs have two. The right primary bronchus gives rise the three secondary bronchi, and the left lung has the two secondary bronchi. For example, this is the primary bronchi, trachea, this one the primary bronchi. The right lung has the 3, 1, 2 and the 3 secondary bronchi, and the left one has the 2 primary bronchi, secondary bronchi. So the right lung primary bronchi divided into 3 secondary bronchi, and the left lung, the primary bronchi divided into 2 secondary bronchi. The passage we will discuss the conducting zone. First, the trachea. Trachea further divided into primary bronchi, then secondary bronchi, then tertiary bronchi, then bronchioles, then next the terminal bronchioles, terminal bronchioles, next the respiratory bronchioles, then the alveolar duct, then alveolar sac, then alveoli. The terminal end is alveoli. So the trachea further divided into bronchi, then secondary bronchi, then tertiary bronchi, then bronchioles, then terminal bronchioles, then respiratory bronchioles, then alveolar duct, and then the alveolar sac. The alveolar sac consists of many alveoli. So these are the alveolus or plural alveoli. The air enters through the nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, and it finally enters into the alveolus. So these are the passage of the air. These are the conducting zone of the air, and the air reach into the alveolus where the exchange of gases take place. Now we will see the respiratory tract in diagram. This is the thyroid gland. This one is the epiglottis, the flap that closes the windpipe at the time of swallowing of food. This one is the cricoid cartilage. Cricoid cartilage. Now below the thyroid gland, the trachea is there. The trachea, that is a 10 to 11 centimeter. 10 to 11 centimeter tube supported by C-shaped cartilaginous ring. These rings are anteriorly complete, and the posterior side, the food pipe is there. So the posterior side incomplete, and back side of the esophagus is present. So while the trachea and the respiratory tract, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi covered by the C-shaped cartilaginous ring, the rings prevent the collapsing of the trachea. The trachea divides into 2 bronchi, one this one, another. So when we face in the front, this one the right lung, but when we see in the book it is opposite. So this is the right lung and this one the left lung. The right bronchi, this is the bronchus, the right bronchus, or we call it primary bronchi. Primary bronchi. the two primary bronchi, this one and this one. The primary bronchi and the left, right and left, there are difference in between the two. The right is wider, as seen in the diagram. The right one is wider and the left one is narrow. And the right side is approx 2.5 centimeter long, and this one the 5 centimeter long. This one the long and this one the short. This is more vertical. The right side is more vertical and this one a more horizontal. And the right side of the bronchi weight is divided into three secondary bronchi. And this is one divided into two secondary bronchi, 1 and 2, two secondary bronchi. The left lung is smaller than the right one. It is the fissure or the septum fissure that divide the left lung into two lobes, and the right one divided into three lobes. So the three secondary bronchi goes into each lobe. Here the two lobes are there, so to each secondary bronchi enter into the each lobe. There is a space in the left lung. So this space is called cardiac cycle, cardiac notch. Cardiac notch to accommodate the heart in between. So the secondary bronchi also covered by the C-shaped cartilaginous rings as the trachea is covered. So the secondary bronchi now divided into tertiary bronchi that we discuss in the next diagram. The rings are the trachea, the outside, the 16 to 20 rings supported by 16 to 20 cartilaginous rings, and the inner lining is lined by ciliated epithelium. The trachea, the respiratory tract, inner lining of the respiratory tract is lined by ciliated epithelium, and both the lungs rest on the diaphragm. So this one is the diaphragm. Now the further division we will discuss in the next. The epiglottis is there. This one the epiglottis, thyroid gland, cricoid cartilage, trachea, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, three lobes in the right lung, the two lobes in the left lung. The smaller, the left one is smaller, has the notch, the space that is called cardiac notch, and both the lungs rest on the diaphragm. The lungs are conical in shape. Conical upper side, they are pointed, tapering, and the base is broader. So these are the diagram of the respiratory tract. Further division we will discuss now.